want to control what should happen when a condition is true and also when it's not. Python lets you decide exactly what should happen if a condition is met and what should happen if it's not. Hello, learners. Welcome to your learning hub, the Learning Loop. I am Swati Sharma, and this is the 25th video of my beginner friendly Python course series. If you're joining me for the first time, thank you for dropping by. And if you haven't checked out my previous videos yet and you are starting on your Python journey, please go ahead and check those videos out so that you are all caught up. Before we begin our video, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please go ahead and press the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out on any future videos. In today's video, we are covering if-else statements. So, without a further ado, let's dive in. In the previous video, we learned about if statements. We saw that if the condition is true, a block of code runs, and if the condition is false, nothing happens. The program simply moves ahead. But what if we do want something to happen if the condition is false? And that's where the else comes in. Let's discuss the syntax of if-else statements. Let's first define what should happen when the condition is true. And we will give that using the if statement. We will write if, the condition that we are checking, and we will hit enter. So the next line have the indentation, and we will define the action to perform, which I write as block 1. Now we have explained what should happen, or we have seen the syntax, what should happen when this condition is true. Now let's define what happens when the condition is false. For that, we will give the else statement. Now we will again hit enter from this line, remove the indentation and write else. And hit enter and again make sure the indentation is there, so that Python knows whatever comes after this else statement are one block of code. I will write this as block 2. Looking at the whole structure, what exactly this means is that if the condition that I have written is true, then run the block 1, and if it is not true, then go to else and run the block 2. Please note I have not given any condition in front of the else, because that automatically means if the condition that I have written in the front of if statement is not true, then it should go to the else statement. That automatically means we are checking if the above condition is false, it would automatically jump to else and run the block 2. Let's understand this with an example. Let's take a voting example. That is, if a person is over 18, then he or she can vote, else they cannot vote. And I will write a condition where I am comparing the variable and saying if it is over 18, then print you can vote, else print you cannot vote, and also give out after how many years the person can vote. Let's quickly write that code here. Let's take a variable age, and I am going to use input function so that I can take an input from a user who is coming and they're inputting how old they are, right? So I write int and I'll write input and then I'll write enter your age. And I write this. And then now I'm going to write my if-else statement. So I'll write if and I write age is greater than equal to 18. And then I say print you can vote. Now, we have seen this in the previous video as well until here. I will hit enter, remove the indentation and go else. I'm saying if the person is not over 18, then print you cannot vote. And then I also want to print after how many years they can vote. So I'll write print you can vote after, and then I'll say 18 minus age right? Because after those many years they can vote. And I'll again now write, now I write here years. Okay. And let's run this block. I will enter the age 18 and I'll hit enter. You can see it is written you can vote because it is meeting the very first condition, that is age is greater than is equal to 18, and person is 18, is equal to is also there. So we are getting a print here, or we are getting a message that you can vote. Now let's put age as 14, hit enter, and you can see it is written you cannot vote, and it also giving me a message that you can vote after 4 years. Let's take one more example. Let's say password check or access. And let's say again, I will ask the user to enter the password. So I will say password, and then I write input, right, enter your password to get the access. Okay. And now I'm going to write the if condition here. If password is equal to. Obviously, single is equal to means assignment, that what I'm doing above. Double is equal to will compare the values. So I would write here Python 123. Okay. And I'll put the semicolon and I'll print access granted. And let's say if the person does not enter the correct password, because only one password is correct for me, and I'll write print access denied. Let's run it and I'll enter the password here. Let's say I enter the wrong password and it says access denied. Now let's enter the correct password and you will see access granted. We learned that if handles the true case and else handles the false case. In the next video, we will build further on this logic and will learn if statements. If this video helped you understand if-else statements more clearly, please give this video a like and do not forget to subscribe this channel so you do not miss out on the next part of this series. And in the comments, tell me which real-life scenario would you like to convert into an if-else program. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, happy coding!